Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. It is another week of the Roundup. Myself, Logan Sama, here again as we fly around the world of the FGC and bring you results from the biggest and most exciting events that we could find in this past week. Let's not delay any further. Get straight into the results. CEOtaku is back for its sixth time. The All JoJo's themed affair this weekend in Orlando saw 16 anime games featured on the lineup, along with many more side events. The main event was, of course, Guilty Gear Strive, with a lot of surprises. First off, for the first time in a while, Umisho failed to qualify for top 8 after losing to Apology Man and Tempest. Hotashi, another favourite, only managed 9th place, also missing out on that top 8. And in an exciting top 8 bracket full of twists, we saw Leffen showcasing his new main, Happy Chaos, and securing 4th place, beating Tempest. The switch from Zato is showing a lot of promise so far. And in the end, it was a grand finals not many people would have expected, with so many powerhouse names in attendance. Bean versus Nubenheimer was both winners and grand finals, and Nubenheimer topped the tournament after an impressive run, beating Tempest, Zando, Jonathan Tene, and more.
Oh my God! Nubenheimer is your CEOtaku champion, qualifying from winner's side!
Even more notable was this was Nubenheimer's first ever offline tournament, proving how with such a strong netcode, the concept of online warrior is barely relevant anymore. He can boast a 100% win rate in official tournament matches and join Umisho and Skill in the list of players qualified to Arc Revo World Finals.
Unreal.
Another stop on the Arc Revo tour for DNF Duel, as this time 2 spots were up for grabs. The 303 player bracket culminated in UK's very own Mystic winning in an impressive run all the way through in winner's side. The Hitman Expert is now qualified to the World Finals, along with Lost Soul, who reached Grand Finals as well, whose run was unfortunately ended in the worst ways with a crucial drop.
Take my hand. Let's go, Hitman.
BlazBlue CF had over 200 entrants, and combo breaker champion Monarch took the win in a nail-biting 3-2 result after his opponent Jonah reset the bracket in Grand Finals.
And just like that, Monarch sealing the deal.
As for multi-blood type, Lumina Grand Finals saw the 2 favourites facing off against each other, and after resetting the bracket, Squawk Vermilion unfortunately couldn't stop Masoma from taking the title.
And Masoma.
Plenty of anime games were featured, including Persona 4, JoJo's, Under Night, Guilty Gear AC Plus R, but one announcement took the spotlight this weekend. ROLLBACK was finally announced for Guilty Gear Xrd, with a public test starting end of October. And of course, we could not avoid mentioning one of the most exciting events of the CEOtaku weekend, the BEYBLADE tournament. 64 players faced off in the well-known Footsie's heavy game, and C-Scramon took the win after a crazy grand finals. 3-2, 3-2 over Iskander. Celtic Throwdown returned offline to the Crown Plaza Hotel in Blanchardstown over the weekend, featuring a multiple of titles, so over 300 attendees gather in Ireland to compete. We'll just be covering the main titles here, so please make sure to check the Celtic Throwdown Start GG for all of the side tournament results. Starting with Street Fighter V, it was Irish talent Cobblecog who defended the home soil against Iboga in Grand Finals, showing some impressive reactions throughout his bracket run.
Oh my God! Yes, and that is it! Wow!
That was an all for Cobblecog, as he also made an impressive run in King of Fighters 15 in an all-Irish mirror Grand Finals against Somalia, who took the win in a dominant 3-0 from winner's side. In Dragon Ball FighterZ, it was tournament favourite Yasha taking first place against Suryudan in the finals, winning the tournament with a stylish combo to assert his dominance back here in Europe.
Oh my days! Oh.
Moving over to Guilty Gear Strive, it was a Ninja versus Samurai showdown in Grand Finals as Patachu's Chip took on DeJojo's Baiken. After resetting the bracket, DeJojo crumbled under the insane chip pressure as France took the win in Strive.
Alpha Blade, Stick, and Celtic Throwdown is won by France!
in Tekken, it was Mr. Croft who got the win after resetting the bracket in Grand Finals. Irish player Fergus was unable to defend home turf again and took second place with a heartbreaking 3-2 loss.
Dropped it
And
into the road.
Mr. Croft takes it.
The Smash Ultimate Tournament was taken by another French interloper as Ce Bon Vieux Poing managed to take the title. Except for Snook, who brought the French player to a Game 5, Ce Bon Vieux Poing managed to 3-0 everyone else in the bracket. Even in the rematch in Grand Finals, Snook couldn't handle his Pac-Man. His creativity and weird setups with his character caught everyone by surprise, and Ce Bon Vieux Poing takes his first win outside of France.
That's it. Boring wins. Celtic Throwdown 2022.
A weekend rich in action for Tekken as two of the best regions in the world both had big events running. First off, Takra Cup in the one scene under the spotlight these days, Pakistan. 227 competitors gathered in Islamabad for a very stacked bracket.
Oh my god! Oh!
No big surprise when it comes to the winner's name though, as Arslan Ash cements himself as the best player in the region by taking the win over ARC after having been sent to losers by the very same player earlier on in top 8.
And that's gonna be it! Arslan Ash is gonna be your Takra Cup 2022 champion!
And whilst Pakistan was competing, so were the rivals over in South Korea. Uprising, a Core A events tournament run in Seoul, saw another stacked bracket proven by the 17th place taken by Anakin and the 9th place by Super Akuma. Rev Major winner Jeonding fell on 3rd place as Grand Finals saw Chanel versus Ulsan. Chanel ultimately managed to take the win 3-1 and claim the title. The Capcom Pro Tour picked back up this week, this time in the Nordic and Baltic region. This time round, Swedish Luke player Torpan made a great run through the bracket and faced off against Phenom for Luke dominance in winners finals. Phenom was able to assert his position as MMA Alpha and advance to Grand Finals, where he defeated Rickerman's Barnett despite a spirited display. Phenom was able to avenge his loss in last season's qualifier and take the win in Grand Finals in style.
Terrifying situation now. Phenom takes CPT.
Alongside their Capcom Pro Tour qualifier event, the Nordic Baltic World Warrior continued in Salt Mine League, and Phenom continued his dominance and managed to lay down a precursor to the CPT result later that weekend by beating Rickerman's Barnett in winners twice to claim another title.
Keep Ceroblast in the corner this time.
In Canada West at Wednesday Night Fights, Ceroblast made an emphatic run from losers to defeat Mortsi 6 straight games and claim their 3rd World Warrior win.
There's one more hit. Oh no!
And another one.
Across the way in Canada East for Digital, Havoc Z's Nuts got the better of Fluxwave's Poison and took the W for the Luke players out there once again. In South America, a Champions Road, PhD Carlos managed to dethrone Darlan in Grand Finals, dropping only a single game all tournament. And in South America B for Cross Battle Open Series, Shaka and Frozen met up in Grand Finals for an all-Argentina affair, but it was Shaka who managed to turn up the heat and close out a tight Grand Finals. This week was the Brawlhalla Autumn Championships. These seasonal championships are tournaments that happen every season online, divided by regions: Europe, Australia, Southeast Asia, South America, and North America. The doubles happened last week, so let's take a look at the singles. In Europe, the young Bulgarian prodigy Akno took it with a 3-0 victory in Grands. Despite his young age, this veteran of Brawlhalla competition takes a new title.
No way! The dribble is
In Australia, it was a first win for Asmodee. She dethroned Kyla Alice by pure execution 3-0. Doggo was a ton of trouble for her, barely winning in the semis 3-2 and getting reset in an intense first set of Grands Finals, but she nailed it 3-0 in the reset to take the title.
Asmodee is your Australian.
In Southeast Asia, Hong Kong-based player Himwee didn't have to play a Game 5 in the entire tournament. There was no chance for his competitors, and he swept.
Gonna make that back, and your Autumn 2022 champion.
It was another day at work for Kaina in South America, who walked calmly towards victory 3-0 against his opponents in winners and grand finals. No one seeming a match for him in South America. And in North America, despite an incredible run from Peer, who managed to get to grand finals in winners side after beating Luna in winners finals, he had to let the crown rest on Luna's head, as Luna made it back to grand finals and reset the bracket 3-1 and then won 3-0 after making it back.
But the end light does it, and Luna is the Autumn champion for North America.
This is going to conclude the seasonal championship for this year. Next up in Brawlhalla is the World Championship Expo from the 4th to the 6th of November. That's 1v1 and doubles. They'll both get their spotlight. And with such high-level competition around the world, we have no idea who's going to be favourite going into this.
This is where I belong.
Glitch Regen was this past weekend in Maryland, with 422 entrants descending for the Smash World Tour Gold event. For the 11th iteration of this series, the theme that was chosen was Final Fantasy, and with tons of Cloud and Sephiroth players coming from all over the world, we expected a huge event, and boy, did they deliver.
Enhanced, ready to go with the
God!
Kamame, formerly known as playing Mega Man, played Sora for nearly the entirety of the tournament, surprising everyone with his pick. Taking sets from Naito Sharp, Jake, PK Chris, Zomba, and taking the run back against Sonics in a long and tiring set. But he was no match for Light in Grand Finals, who took the 3-0 victory and sealed the tournament win.
Up tilt for him to win. Oh! Yes! Light closes it out, winning Glitch Regen over Kamame.
Some huge events this past week, and it's going to be just as big this weekend as we travel to the Mix-Up in Lyon in France, and Reversal will be there representing, so make sure you are tuned in on Twitch. Of course, tune in on Twitch every Wednesday for the EX edition of the Roundup, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube and follow us on all social media, specifically Twitter, which is @ReversalGG, slight difference there, and you will be up to date with everything that we're doing, dropping new video content, new events to announce, new online programs to announce as well. It's all happening with Reversal this year. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Roundup. I'll see you next time round.